But look at this. So this guy who started this boring conversation with me on the train thought I was reading this. I'm reading this. Reb Feld with a yank at NC rally. No Trump, no KKK, no Fascist USA. That was, of course, my boys, MDC. It's an old punk song. So I'm reading it, and it goes, it needs to be removed. Protest organizer Loanne told WNCN TV. Loanne is the woman who decided this statue had to come down. Who's Loanne? Can you pull up a picture of Loanne? This is the woman who decides what monuments can go up in North Carolina. She's a Vietnamese immigrant. It's right below her name, Loanne, in my notes. She's a Vietnamese immigrant. She moved here when she was a little kid. What the fuck? Why is this woman an authority on the Civil War, where 620,000 men were killed? That's the equivalent of 5 million men today. It was an American genocide. And this statue wasn't a guy going, yes, slavery. Why can't you pull up this goddamn fucking picture? What's the matter with you? That's her. That's her in the shirt with people over money. Now, look at the chains she's wrapped around her. She's some chubby fake lesbian. Lug, we used to call them, lesbian until graduation. And she's decided that a statue has to come down, and the city just complies. Look at these lunatics. Now, again, I don't want these people not to exist, and they've always existed in my life. We've always had radical leftists, but they didn't make municipal policies before. They weren't telling the government what to do. Listen to her. My name is Loanne Tran. I'm a high school student here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm a little too short for this. Throughout my childhood and education, I've experienced a ridiculously unfair share of bullying, harassment, and alienation on multiple levels, on multiple fronts, and for multiple reasons. For being called a... What? You were called a rice... A little Vietnamese girl was called a... By whom? Being teased because my parents were assumed to be fresh off the boat. But they were. And being looked down upon because for 2 years I had an accent that revealed the intricate life I led covered in an immigrant identity and Vietnamese language. So you were off the boat. Only to have my closest friends tell me, hey, we support you. Not your LGBTQ friends. Only to have my mom feel like her entire world has crumbled, or at least most of it, and that's the narrative that she has composed for me would be no longer. And that's the narrative that she had composed for me would be. I don't understand what the fuck she's talking about. Her parents got divorced. Look at the videos of this statue. It just seems so. And again, I'm a Canadian immigrant here. The Civil War, I didn't really hear of it until I was 30. I mean, of course I heard of it, but the culture of it all, and the Confederate and the Yankees, and people being offended by the flag. When I was young, the Dixie flag was that thing in the Dukes of Hazzard car. So the whole controversy behind it is totally foreign to me, and I think that's healthy. I think it gives me a fresh perspective. And I'm telling you, what the world sees when they see this statue is, holy crap. That's intense. Look at that dead soldier. You think that dead soldier was fighting for slavery? You think you're killing a slave owner? 1.8% of the population had slaves. Why are they kicking it? Do they think it's made of aluminum foil? That's Loanne right there. Why are you kicking it? If that soldier only knew. They were conscripted, by the way. Weren't they? There was the draft back then. Did you have a choice in the South to fight? Look that up. Could soldiers just say, no, I don't want to fight? I hate slavery. Not that it was about slavery. So this is what Jim Goad talks about all the time. He says, look, PC is nothing new. But PC's never been so mainstream. And if you look up articles about Tommy Christensen in mainstream things like the Chicago Post and stuff, they'll quote Antifa. And they'll say, he's reportedly a Nazi, blah, blah, blah. And by reportedly, they mean a radical fringe group. Oh, the statue's been removed. This statue that's been there for God knows how long, 100 years. Statue's been removed. By whom? A radical fat who said it was weird for her when she first moved here. Yeah, it was weird for me too when I moved from England to Canada. I had a Canadian an English accent. I got the shit beaten out of me. I would never think to mention it in a way to garner sympathy. I think it's funny that I had such a accent and that I got beat so bad. It's amusing.
So there was actually a draft in 1862, and I forgot there were black soldiers that fought for the South.
Yes, I'm aware of black Confederates.
So
they had no choice but to go to war.
right.
So you're ripping down this poor bastard statue, and all that statue says is a lot of soldiers died in that war. That's all it means. Again, in China, there are giant statues for Mao. There's a mountain statue in China, young Mao. It's as big as the Washington Monument. I mean, what's that one? Mount Rushmore. Huge stone face of young Mao, bigger than this building. He killed 70 million Chinese, and he did it. He wasn't forced to do it. That soldier was forced to go and fight. I honestly feel nauseous. Now, it could be that I'm hungover. It could be that I'm stressed out from getting made. But my stomach hurts. My tummy hurts. All this fascism hurts my tum-tum. Let's talk to Mark briefly. Mark, you there?
Does he do anything?
Hey, what's the matter with my soundboard? My soundboard's not working.
Ah, shit. Never mind. Proud of your boy.
How you doing?
I'm good. Hey, I want to give a shout-out to my Seattle Proud Boys that went out to the rally the day after the shit went down in Virginia. Kept it peaceful. Thought we were a pretty damn good example. Also have to give a shout-out to the Seattle cops for doing their fucking job.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't know what this was about. You had a rally in Seattle?
Yeah, we had it was one of those Patriot Prayer rallies led by Joey Gibson, a freedom rally.
Okay. And there was lots of fights. It kind of got drowned in the news cycle because of Charlottesville.
Well, what ended up happening was that we had our rally, had our permit. Like I said, the cop protection was there. We had our barriers up. And they had a mob of Antifa that were basically planning on coming down the hill to, just cause a ruckus and cause fights. And the cops kept them back. They kept us totally separate. And then when the rally was over, they told everybody to leave. Cowboys took off. I mean, it was a little hairy getting out of the city, but the point is the cops just did a tremendous job of keeping everybody apart and making sure there was no unnecessary violence.
Yeah, I appreciate that, but I'm kind of done with rallies. I mean, the unfortunate thing about your thing is the optics are that you're defending the Charlottesville guys. You get lumped in with the Charlottesville guys.
Yeah, and it was really nerve-wracking, thinking about, making the decision to go the day before because of that. But, I mean, we all made a decision to at least try to be an example, even though you do your best and it still gets smeared by the media, which it did. But I mainly wanted to call because one of our new Cowboys, his name is Pete, Second Degree, a couple weeks ago, he gave a speech. And I emailed the video. It's just like 6 minutes 55 or whatever. But I'd love you to check it out, man. It's pretty awesome.
Okay, is this a setup? Is there going to be? Does he say some stupid Nazi shit? Are you a Fed?
No, Gavin, no. It's inspiring. I promise you.
Okay, we'll check it out.
Proud Boys in the house today.
Don't say anything bad, don't say anything bad, don't say anything bad, don't say anything bad.
It's real easy. We don't support the alt-right. We don't support KKK. We don't support white nationalism. And we don't support identity politics from either side. You know why? Because in the face of martial law, they don't care what color you are. They don't care what race your sexual orientation is. They're just going to take you out if you disagree with them. Right. So at the powers that be, they love this. They love the fact that you guys are flipping us off and we're fighting. They love it because that means it's unrest. They can distract us with all this coverage. Meanwhile, they're passing laws that take all of our rights away. And
all right, that's enough. That's a good speech. Good speech. Good stuff. Timing is unfortunate. And you know what? I don't know about these rallies. Why are we going to so many rallies? What's with all the activism? I understand if there's a thing If Lauren Southern is invited to go talk, we should protect her. But just to have a rally, just to have a patriot rally, I don't know, man. Let's take a break. That's not what we set this thing up for. We set this thing up to help Budweiser, to promote their stocks. I've invested in Budweiser because I realized I make up about 30% of their gross revenue. And when I started the Proud Boys, that went up to 38%. Booze is what we're about. Quitting porn is what we're about. It's funny how I did like 10 interviews yesterday to all the Boston newspapers, not Nazi, not Nazi, not Nazi the whole time. And I'm like, when we have meetups, racial politics doesn't come up at all. It's more like old guys talking about a specific Trump policy we're happy about. Some other guy saying, hey, my wife's finally pregnant. I'm so glad I quit porn. And then there's like 3 or 4 little kids, and I call a 22-year-old little kid, surrounded by older guys, and he's having trouble with chicks or something. And they're around him going, just pretend she has shitty tits. You need to relax and pretend that her stomach hurts and she feels sick and blah, blah, blah. And little tricks to help him get laid. And occasionally, when they ignore said tricks, we boot them out, like Jack. We worked our ass off getting him laid, and I spent hours on it. And then he goes, you got this date, right? That's tonight? Yeah, well, it's the same night I'm supposed to have dinner with my parents, so I can't go. And I was like, goodbye. And that was the last I spoke to Jack. It's more important for you to have chicken with your mummy than it is to get laid when you're 20, whatever he is, 24 years old. When I was 17, I was still a virgin, and it was embarrassing. My friends wanted to beat me up. And they called me when Big Kimmy was over at the house and said, Big Kimmy's here, she wants to do it, you better fucking do it or we're going to kick the shit out of you. So I went over to Paul McCarthy's house and fucked Kim. Because if I didn't, I'd be a dead man. That was 17. I was a geriatric. I was the world's oldest virgin at 17. 20 fucking 4? I mean, how are you? I'd be a. Just kidding. But yeah, I would consume my every thought. I mean, you just got to go down the level until you're hitting on ones and then maybe work your way back up. He wasn't an ugly guy. But anyway, that's what we're about. It's Animal House. It's the Army in Stripes. It's the Elks Lodge. Yet we're still lumped in with these guys who have an agenda. And I'll tell you what, I don't trust any of these guys. Richard Spencer, I'm starting to think is a Fed. And I'm almost positive Jason Keeler is a Fed. He worked for Occupy Wall Street. He was a big Obama fundraiser.
Keeler or Kessler?
Kessler, sorry.
Yeah, okay.
I have a block with his name. I keep wanting to say Justin Keeler. I think he's a Fed. He worked in the Obama campaign. And then that guy, Mike Unick, who's a Daily Stormer, I hear his mother worked on the Hillary campaign. And these guys are doing a great job of dismantling the alt-right. Actually, maybe I'm on their side. I mean, Charlottesville ended the alt-right. That's it for them. They're done. And when Richard Spencer was at that rally and he said, Heil Trump, and then everyone's Zeke heiling, I thought, well, you guys were starting to get mainstream appeal. Milo liked you. A lot of, like, John Derbyshire liked you. And then you ruined it with those Zeke Heils. And then I thought, maybe you ruined it on purpose because you're a Fed. And then I thought, maybe the government's doing a great job. Maybe these spies are doing a good job. If Jason Keeler was trying to shut down white supremacy, did I get it wrong again?
Kessler. Yeah.
Jesus Lord. It's like Mike Cernovich with my name. He can't call me Gavin. He calls me Gavin McKines. And I'll scream McInnes in his face. And he goes, dude, I am so sorry. It's a mental brain tick.
Mike Malice seems to have that problem, too.
Yes. Well, Mike Malice is eponymous, which means he is aptly named.
So if you enjoyed that clip,
then subscribe to Compound Censored using this promo code.